capitalism. It's the system we know, the system we live in. But is it built to last? That's the question sparking fierce debate around the world. Some argue that capitalism is the ultimate engine for progress, driving innovation and prosperity. Others warn of its flaws, pointing to inequality, environmental damage, and a relentless pursuit of profit over people. The truth, as always, is complex. Capitalism has undoubtedly unleashed incredible advancements, lifting millions from poverty and fueling technological marvels. But it has also created vast disparities of wealth, leaving many behind, while a select few amass fortunes. So, can this system, with all its contradictions, truly survive in the long run? To answer this question, we need to understand the forces at play. We need to examine the roles of governments, corporations, and individuals. We need to confront the limits of our planet and the consequences of our insatiable appetite for growth. Join me as we delve into the heart of capitalism, exploring its strengths, exposing its weaknesses, and ultimately questioning its very survival. Capitalism is often portrayed as a free market, a magical realm where invisible hands guide everything to its most efficient outcome. But behind this facade lies a complex web of interactions between key players, governments, firms, and consumers. Governments set the rules of the game, regulating markets, enforcing contracts, and providing public goods. They wield immense power, influencing economic activity through fiscal policy, monetary policy, and trade agreements. Firms, driven by the pursuit of profit, are the engines of production. They compete for market share, innovate new products and services, and employ millions of workers. Their decisions, from investment strategies to pricing policies, have ripple effects throughout the economy. And then there are the consumers, the lifeblood of the system. Their spending habits, their preferences, their demands shape the direction of the market. But their power can be illusory, often swayed by advertising, manipulated by pricing strategies, and limited by their own economic realities. Understanding the interplay between these actors is crucial to grasping the complexities of capitalism. It's not just about supply and demand, it's about power dynamics, political influence, and the constant push and pull between competing interests. At the heart of capitalism lies a fundamental assumption: endless growth. It's the fuel that powers the engine, the promise that keeps the wheels turning. But what happens when that growth hits a wall? The reality is that our planet is finite. We live with limited resources, a delicate ecosystem, and a growing population with ever-increasing demands. Infinite growth in a finite system is simply not sustainable, yet the pursuit of growth continues unabated. Corporations strive for larger market share, higher profits, and ever-increasing stock prices. Governments chase GDP growth, often at the expense of environmental protection and social well-being. This relentless pursuit of growth has consequences. It drives environmental degradation, fuels inequality, and creates a system where the rich get richer while the poor are left behind. It also fosters a culture of consumerism where we're constantly bombarded with messages urging us to buy more, consume more, and want more. So where do we go from here? Can capitalism, with all its flaws, adapt to the challenges of the 21st century? The answer, unfortunately, is far from clear. Some argue that capitalism is capable of self-correction. They point to technological innovations like renewable energy and sustainable agriculture as potential solutions to our environmental woes. Others believe that more radical changes are needed, calling for a fundamental restructuring of our economic system. The future of capitalism remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: we can't continue down the same path. We need to find a way to balance economic growth with environmental sustainability, social justice, and human well-being. In the meantime, what can individuals do to navigate this uncertain terrain? We can become more conscious consumers, supporting businesses that prioritize ethical practices and sustainable production. We can advocate for policies that promote equality, protect the environment, and hold corporations accountable. And perhaps most importantly, we can challenge the very notion of endless growth, embracing a more balanced and sustainable approach to living.